So you've had a motorbike crash and you're more worried about your new shoe that you've lost.
So when we came back, I had to go in the sidecar. The AA took Dad to hospital because he'd cut his face. And then it had smashed all the screen. It was
On the sidecar?
Yeah. I had to sit in the sidecar. And I remember.
So the AA got it back on the road then?
And
the AA got it working again?
And I was sitting.
Hearty bike.
I had to go in the sidecar and Mum had to go on the back, the two girls in the dicky. And I remember, I didn't realise I was doing it, but how terrified I was.
Not surprised.
Oh, I was terrified. And the AA man met us and stopped and said, oh, you've got on all right now. Because Dad, we had to sleep the night. That was wonderful to us because we'd never slept anywhere else. So as children it was quite a thrill.
Where was this? Where were you living at the time?
A little way from Real.
Oh, this was on holiday?
Yeah.
Where were you actually living though?
No, he was living in Coates Lane then.
In Birmingham?
Yeah. That was a big house. It was nice.
How old were you then?
About 12.
Yeah, 1928. It's a long time ago.
And I wanted a motorbike. I was saving up like mad.
For your own motorbike?
I wanted my own.
Were there no cars around then? Hardly any people had cars?
There were cars, yeah. Dad had a big motorbike, so he loved it. But he sold it to Les.
Right.
Yeah, Les had it.
Was this the Gold Star? The BSA?
BSA, yes.
That's a nice bike.
Was.
With a Gold Star
Our
on it.
Les used to tease me by doing, I was in the sidecar.
It'd do 100 miles an hour, that bike, wouldn't it?
Yes, you could.
100 mile an hour. 1927. That's what my grandpa had. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Nutter.
Adrian had it after and then he sold it to...
Adrian had the Gold Star?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Then he sold it to a man in the road and he had a car instead.
He'd over-rev the engines, wouldn't he, Les?
Yeah. He'd do things to frighten me, act silly. And I used to scream my head off.
Funny.
But one of our neighbours...
How old was he when the car got flooded, when he went into the Ford and it was too deep? 5 years ago?
He was in the water up to here.
Drove into a Ford and it was just that bit deep. He'd gone through it loads of times, but it was been
It was
raining.
like that, Les, was he'd do silly things. I used to get mad.
So they had to pull him out. Like 90, probably 95 it was at the time.
Home. They stripped him off because he was in the water up to his chin.
But he was probably 95 years old at the time.
Oh, I don't think he was that old.
Oh, you think it was longer ago than that?
No, I don't think it was.
Because I remember him being in the Astra. Well, he had the Astra one car before last, so can't be that long ago.
No, I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It was a BSA we'd got.
No, that's the motorbike you're talking about now.
Yeah.
We're talking about Grandpa, Les,
Yeah.
going into a Ford, a river,
Yeah.
with the Astra, with the Vauxhall that you had.
Yes.
Well, that was recent.
Yeah.
That was quite recent. Just before he died.
That's to take him. He said, I want to take you to hospital. He said, don't do that, I'm in enough trouble. Because he would go that way. I never wanted to go that way to church. There was two ways to it. And I said, no, don't go that way. But he still went. And of course, there was one of those dips with the water in.
Yeah, Ford.
Ford is. Well, the people who lived by had dug it deeper. And it was deeper, so Les thought it was still the same and he could drive through it. Of course he couldn't. The water was up to his chin.
Shouldn't laugh, but it was funny.
No. got him out. I said, have you got in the motorbike out? No, the police said, we've come to get your husband out.
Car. You keep calling it a motorbike.
Yeah.
I know you mean car.
That was the was it the car? Yeah.
Yes, it was the car. You're just getting confused because we were talking about the motorbike.
Yeah. He was always having accidents.
Yeah, I know.
Mum used to have to go to hospital because he in hospital.
Lewis was the same. Always having accidents.
He was always having accidents.
On his Ninja.
I wouldn't have had accident if I'd have had him. Mind you, we took all the children to, I think it was Warwick, and there was big field, and I said, let me have a drive, Liz. I got in the motorbike and drove all round the field, and I was saying, Liz, I don't know how to stop it, I don't. So we run along gradually and switched off.
That's funny. I don't know how to stop, I've got it going. Just wait till you run out of petrol, I suppose.
We got on well though.
Yes. 70 years of marriage proves it.
He said something I didn't like, so I took the bowl and threw the water, and he bent forward, it went all over him. And he said to me, I hope the ceiling falls in on you. And the blowing ceiling did, because I was annoyed, and it was a rented house, you know, and by the kitchen door it was all breaking away. We'd got to get it repaired. And I slammed the door and all the ceiling come down on me. So Les had his own back.
Funny.
What was I going to say?
This is a chocolate factory, maybe.
I worked at Cadbury's.
Yeah, you said they wanted me to do something.
Yes, I can't remember what it was. It's gone. My mind goes now, I'm old lady.
Not that old. 100. It's not that old.
101 soon.
101 soon. That's a trait of the elderly, to say you age 1 year more than it really is.
Yeah.
So you say I'm 101 soon.
And I will be 101 in November.
You will, that's right.
I'm going to ask the Lord why he don't take us both together. I think it's a shame. Now, and Brian, who was married to Anita, his parents died one day and the other one the next day. So they both had the funeral together.
But maybe they didn't get 70 years together.
Oh no.
Well, there you go. So rather than asking God why he didn't take you at the same time, because that's a bit negative, you could say to God, thank you for the 70 years together. That's really kind of you. I really like Les. 70 years was great. It's hard to look at it that way, though.
He was a good husband, Lee.
Yes, very.
When he worked at the post office, he had ever such good money. He'd give me every penny, and he'd just keep enough to run the motorbike.
Right. It's like Paula, she gives me every penny.
You don't, you've got to have the shopping money.
I do the shopping.
Yeah, Nathan does the shopping.
I do the breadwinning. I do the hunter-gatherer bit.
She's left work now, hasn't she?
Yeah,
How long?
a week ago.
Have you really? Only a week?
Yeah.
Oh, she's plucky.
Plucky? Yeah. The other girls that were pregnant there were all like 3 months off giving birth and leaving the same day as Paula left. Yeah. We're doing alright though, it's all decorated.
Pardon?
It's all decorated.
Have you done it all?
Yeah.
Already for
Yeah. No planets on the teddy bears instead of planets. Don't want to put planets up there.
Have you got a cot?
Got 2 cots. Got a little wicker one for the first couple of weeks when it's...
And then the big one.
Yeah, so we're going to have it in our room, but only for the first week or 2,
Yeah,
in a wicker basket.
I think I want a bit longer than that.
How long do you think?
I think much longer than that.
Roughly, what would you say? How long before they go in their own room?
I can't remember, Lewis, but I would have them longer than that.
3 weeks?
Yes. I didn't have them in bed with me.
No, it won't be in our bed, but it's right next to us in a wicker basket for maybe a month then.
I would say a month or so.
Yeah, okay, month.
Because you've only got to, you see, you have to think about she'd have to get up and feed her in the night if she's a good girl and feed her.
No, we'll
Try.
definitely feed her.
Yeah.
She's going to try.
Yeah, we'll definitely feed her.
Try and feed yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, breastfeeding's much cheaper.
Don't be put off if it's difficult at first.
Yeah, I'm afraid it might be, so
Yes, it
I'm
is.
prepared.
But people give up too easy.
There's a financial incentive, so I'll be encouraging her.
Yeah.
It is. I fed mine for the Corinne was fed for 9 months, and Adrian, but Kevin he stopped himself. He was 8 months.
Right. Cass was the same.
Because they're not feeding all the time off you. It's just to gradually drop it off.
Mhm.
But they're much healthier for it if you feed yourself.
I'm trying to talk Paula into not giving it loads of injections.
No.
I don't want to give it loads of jabs.
Why do they give jabs now?
Yeah, for measles and mumps and all this sort of nonsense. And measles is just spots and a high temperature, but yet they give these kids injections.
You must be joking. You can die with measles easy.
How do you mean? How many people do you know have died of measles?
You can.
Do you know anybody that died of measles?
Yes.
Go on, who died of
I can't
measles?
remember who they are now, but I have known.
I don't know. I don't believe it. I think measles is massively overplayed. Same as mumps.
Did you have measles?
No, I don't think so.
No, because your mum had the measles jabs. I'm sure she did.
We'll see. Just started looking into it. Started investigating it a little bit more intensely, because Paula's going to have a kid. So you start looking at this. But I don't particularly want them sticking a load of needles in a newborn baby. Did they stick any needles in your kids? So they were doing it, 70 years ago then?
Yeah.
Sticking needles in them then?
Yes, they were.
Look how your kids turned out.
It prevented you having things wrong.
Yeah, I know the reason behind it, or what they tell us, but
What's that?
well, what you've just said, they introduce a small amount of the actual disease.
Is that what they put in?
Yeah, so in the case of measles, they're giving you a small dose of measles. I think measles, mumps and rubella is a live vaccine. Is it a live vaccine?
I don't.
I'll have to look into it, I don't know. If it's a live vaccine, they're giving you a bit of the disease so that your immune system fights it. Well, to me, giving you a bit of the disease sounds like a very bad thing.
I didn't know they did that.
That's only with live vaccines. I'm not sure about MMR. I'll have to investigate. I've not looked into it, but I'm being nagged by a few people to look into it, and it does concern me, sticking needles into a little kid. But as you say, they've been doing it for the last 100 years.
As Lewis had it done with his.
Yes. All of his kids have been immunised.
I think it's wiser, because you see, you can lose a baby easy. You get catches in.
Maybe, with some of them, but like I say, I haven't done enough investigation. I haven't read enough about it yet. I'm suggesting that Paula and I do exactly that. But who knows?
After it's only a little prick.